Unstoppable by design. We talking health and talking fitness, talking life and talking nutrition. Way more than looks and aesthetics. Gotta tune in and don't miss it. Hey, go, gotta go harder, taking it higher, bringing that info here to inspire. Juggernaut Fitness, bringing that fire. Hey, go.
Let's go. Welcome to Unstoppable by Design, where we talk all things fitness, mindset, and what it means to truly be unstoppable inside and outside the gym. I'm Matt Terry, and today we're tackling the resource everyone wishes they could improve, time. My guest is Juggernaut Fitness's own Sara Fogg. Sara, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good. She keeps our gym humming, her family running, and her training on track, not by bending the clock, but by managing it like a seasoned coach paces an AMRAP. If your schedule feels like it's imaming you into the ground, stick around. Sara's playbook will show you how great time management and smart fitness strategy make you, unstoppable. Let's dive in. Sara, what was the aha moment when you realized calendar mastery was the key to consistent training?
I think it's when I sat down and realized I had missed a workout 3 weeks in a row. Yeah. I had to ask myself, okay, get the calendar in front of me. When can I realistically work out? Because I was a ride or die for 4:30 class. That was it. If it wasn't 4:30, it wasn't happening. And I realized I had to shift because my life shifted and it just didn't work for me in my schedule anymore. So I had to sit down, look at the calendar, and I ended up picking 11 a.m., which was a huge change for me, but it had to happen. It was the only time I could work out whether the kids were with me or not. So I wasn't trying to find more time. I was just trying to protect the time that I already had. So those missed workouts changed my schedule.
Yeah, it happens a couple times and you're like, oh man, when am I going to make this up or where?
It happened fast. To realize I had missed 3 weeks, I, first of all, couldn't believe it because here I am reminding people that they need to make sure they come in and take care of themselves. And I'm like, oh my goodness, I forgot to take care of me.
Yeah.
So making sure that I seriously sat down and looked at the calendar, it was huge.
It's awesome because it can happen to anybody.
Yeah, it really can.
Now, how do you reframe the I don't have time for members who feel maxed out?
I always start by validating it because the feeling is so real. But then I have to remind them that is it not about having time or is it not about owning your time? Are you owning your time? Because we're really giving our time away a lot. We quickly talked about that before we hopped on, right? Scrolling and saying yes to everything, putting ourselves dead last. So I try and help people shift from finding the time to making the time by scheduling their workouts like they would a doctor's appointment they can't miss.
Yeah, and I think that's crucial.
Yeah.
Because we're all given the same 24 hours. It's how do we carve it out? How do we make time for us and the right things? All right. Walk us through your weekly planning ritual. Do you use a digital calendar, a paper planner, or a combo of both?
I am not in the house of paper planner, but I have some friends who are, and you know who you are, and I love you anyways. I actually kind of do a combination of both, I guess. I keep a digital calendar, so everything's on the digital calendar. My husband gets an invite to everything, so he knows what's going on throughout the week. But every week I do have a whiteboard and I will write down everything. It's color coded, everything that's happening through the week. And I also note things I don't want to forget or things that have to be done in addition to whatever's on the whiteboard. And I'll actually put it right next to my coffee pot. So every morning before a cup of coffee, I just see what's up for the day. Yeah.
What's up for the day?
What is up? What are we into today?
Good morning, Wednesday. What the heck's happening?
Yeah,
Let's see.
exactly.
It's awesome. All right. Color coding workouts. Is it a gimmick or a game changer?
I color code my whole calendar. So it makes it so much easier at a quick glance to see what I have to or get to do this for the week. So my workouts are green. It's a total game changer.
Green for go.
Green for go. Green for Juggernaut, I would say, right? Juggernaut green. Yeah, appointments are orange. Quick glance. I have a dentist appointment this week, okay?
Orange, the color of dread. What's your backup plan when a scheduled session gets nuked by life?
Oh man, I always try to get some kind of movement in. So even if it's a walk with the family after dinner, it's slow, it's simple, and probably what I need if my schedule got nuked. Okay. So it's just about something that's easy and not something that I really need to think about or push through. Yeah.
Yeah, still getting movement.
Yeah.
All right. We've compared time blocks to AMRAP pacing. Can you break down that analogy?
Yes. So I think of time blocking like an AMRAP. So it's many rounds and reps as possible in a set amount of time. So trying not to do everything perfectly, just focusing on moving with a purpose until the clock runs out. A good example of this is I like to set a 15-minute timer and like clean my kitchen. I don't overthink it. I just clean specifically the one area for the 15 minutes. And it's so amazing how much stuff you actually get done in that short amount of time. It's a little bit freeing because you're just not thinking about it. You're like, AMRAP, let's go. Kitchen, got it. You don't drag things out. So I would say the same thing goes for like emails and like laundry, putting the laundry away. Raise your hand if you have a basket, set a timer.
Truth.
So those intentional sprints, not like the endless marathons.
Yeah, I like that. And I think I do the same with like dishes. Dishes is like, I still wash dishes by hand.
Yeah. Oh, you poor guy.
my sink's a little bit lower, and so I have to reach down and scrub. It's terrible.
Yeah, set a timer.
Ever use interval thinking, work-rest ratios, to structure deep work blocks outside of the gym?
I don't know if I intentionally think of it in that like work-to-rest ratio phrase, but I do use the concept. So when I'm working from home, I'll block off like focus time for work, but then follow it with intentional like play blocks with the kids. So it helps me stay present in like both of my roles. So when I'm working, and then when I'm with them, I'm just like not half in and I'm not checking emails. I'm intentionally taking that time to be a mom. So intervals for life.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do this a lot if I'm working on, like you're sitting down and you're jamming out stuff on the computer, and then you're like, all right, my eyes can't take it anymore. I'm going to pivot and I'll fold laundry or something.
Yeah.
It's just a different thing, or switch to a different task, or walk around, or any of that stuff.
Yeah.
How do you decide which tasks get heavy lift status on a given day?
I usually will have to ask myself, like, if I get one meaningful thing done today, like, what would move the needle most? And then that would be my heavy lift. I'll be honest, it's usually something that I procrastinate doing because it takes, like, the most focus or energy. So if I can tackle it early when my brain is fresh, I feel like that's a W.
That's a W.
Yeah.
And taking home the win. All right. Tips for aligning training cycles with busy seasons at work or home.
I would plan for the season you're in, not the one you wish you were in.
Ooh.
So I know it's so deep.
Fortune cookie.
If work is ramping up or the kids have like a packed schedule, like that might be like a scale back for like workout intensity, but that doesn't mean you stop, right? It might mean less, but it doesn't mean none. So even if it's shorter sessions, like those 30 minutes, stretching, just consistency over PRs, staying adaptable. So it doesn't have to be all or nothing. It just has to fit.
Yeah, I like that. Favorite app or gadget for killing time wasters?
I use a lockout timer on my phone. It helps me from doom scrolling. So I have a timer for Facebook and Instagram and TikTok. I also use Do Not Disturb during certain hours. So even if I do have it set appropriately, right? Like if my mom calls outside of her normal hours, I will get notified. But I try and set those hours so I'm not like checking my phone late at night just for the noise of the notification or whatever it is. It's simple.
Yeah, tell me more about these lockout timers.
It's right on your phone. You don't even have to download anything, Matt. It's just a time. You can set a timer for specific apps.
I think I need this.
I think you should try it. Yeah.
I think I need this for YouTube.
I honestly think everyone, for YouTube, you said? Oh boy. Yeah, I think everyone should. At least YouTube, you're probably learning something.
No.
It's for me, it was like endlessly scrolling Instagram and Facebook. So I have a timer for those, and yeah, it's great.
That's cool. And so does it just turn like it just closes the app?
It'll give you a warning like, hey, you got 5 minutes left. Choose them wisely.
It's like parental controls.
Yeah, and then it locks you out until the next day. You have to actually go in and manually go around it if you're like that desperate. And if you're that desperate, we got to talk.
That's awesome. YouTube addiction.
Yeah.
Do wearables, things that count step goals or, remind you to stand, actually shape your daily schedule?
So I just started wearing a wearable about a month ago, and I can't say it's shaping my schedule quite yet, but it is very cool to look back and reflect. So it helps me spot patterns like the days I moved really hard or some days where I sat way too long, but it's more of like awareness right now. I think I could see it shaping my habits over time, especially when it comes to like sleep consistency. So yeah, I think they're pretty cool.
That's awesome. How do you communicate workout windows to family so they respect the block?
Okay, I don't want to sound like I'm bragging because I know everyone doesn't always have it this easy, but I just tell my husband what I need.
It's awesome.
And yeah, he just helps me protect that time. Even if it means he's a buffer between me and the kids, he will play physical shield if he has to make it so I can go for a walk or hop on my bike or whatever it is. Yeah, he's really great.
But it sounds like you're able to just ask for it, just communicate.
Yep.
And your family's able to show up for you.
Yep, I just say what I need. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Now that the kids are older too, especially my son, he knows. He's like, oh, mom's got to work out. Cool. Yeah.
Cool. Any rituals that turn kid activity downtime into mini training or mobility sessions?
Yes. So my kids really love YouTube. Cosmic Kids. Have you seen it?
No. Cosmic Kids?
It's called Cosmic Kids Yoga.
Yo.
It's so cool, Matt. Okay, so there's Holden's favorite one is a Ninja Turtle one.
Oh, okay. I'm sold already.
Yeah, they have all of them. They've got dinosaurs, they got Ninja Turtles, they have everything. So it's like we put it on and it's a really fun way for all of us to move together. And he loves it. He will get his Ninja Turtle, like his little toy swords or whatever, and he's doing the movements with them. It's the cutest thing, but it's super fun. I get a great stretch out of it. But yeah, that's my recommendation for sure. You should try it.
Yeah, and it keeps them moving.
Yeah, it keeps them moving, but it's very cool. It's very cute.
Have you ever shifted a workout based on an energy audit, like moving a heavy lift to a high focus time?
Yeah, I try to pay attention to when my energy, like with my energy and focus, but I try to schedule my workouts to be harder during those windows when it's like high. If I'm feeling low energy, I definitely am respectful enough and mature enough as an athlete now, right? To not haven't always been that way, but now I am respectful enough to listen to my body in that low energy and do some like lighter workouts or like a mobility instead. So I've learned to work with my body and not against it.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if your body's screaming, hey, I need rest or I need a little bit of easing up here.
Yes.
It's important to meet your body.
I had to learn to put the ego aside, and just because somebody else got a really heavy lift that day does not necessarily mean it's in the cards for me, and I just have to listen to my body.
It's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
What are some mini recovery breaks you slot between meetings to stay sharp?
Oh, I just take quick movement breaks. I feel like you'll probably, now that I've said it out loud, you'll notice that I start in the office, and then when I'm taking my movement break, I shuffle around, say hi to somebody, and then I shuffle right back to where I was. You're going to notice it now that I've pointed it out, but I do that regularly throughout the day. I'll like come up the stairs, say hi to the kids, go back downstairs. Yeah.
Now I'm going to yell from across the gym.
Yeah.
Are you shuffling?
I see you. I see you during your mini break.
Proud of you.
Yeah.
All right. Rapid fire myth section. Myth number 1, multitasking gets more done in less time.
This is a trap. It's so false. Multitasking splits up your focus and slows you down. So if you want to be really productive, you have to focus on one single task with intention, give it your full attention, set the timer if you need to, and focus on that one thing at a time.
Really kind of reduces errors too if you're focusing on one thing compared to multiple things at once trying to keep up with them.
Right. And that can be really hard. Like I know from experience, like that's so hard to just focus on the one thing, especially when there's like a ton of notifications and all of these distractions coming at you at the same time. But multitasking is a trap.
Next myth, early bird workouts are the only path to consistency.
Maybe for some people.
5 a.m.
Right. The 5 a.m. What is it? The Badass Breakfast Club?
Yeah.
But consistency, I would say, looks different for everyone. So finding what works for you in your life and your energy, that's the path to consistency.
Boom. That's it. When a week totally derails, what's your step one reset to regain control?
This happens to me a lot. But step one is always to pause and like take a deep breath, because I just have to accept it. I'm not going to have any judgment for whatever's happening, just acceptance. And then you just have to look at the list or the calendar and pick one small manageable win to focus on. So maybe it's pausing and going for a quick walk, doing a quick workout. Maybe it's even stopping and having like a healthy meal, because that's always a win. Or if I want to chalk it up as a loss, I'm going to set myself up for a win the next day.
Yeah, something early you can get right out the way.
Yep.
How does mastering the clock translate into being unstoppable in life beyond fitness?
Mastering the clock helps you take control of your time and your priorities. So when you're intentional about how you use your time, you stop to reacting and start guiding your day and your life. So carrying that mindset into your work and your relationship and personal growth, I think it's a great foundation for being unstoppable, because you're actively steering your path instead of just drifting around.
Yeah, we're taking control.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Unstoppable challenge time. This week, block one workout the way you'd schedule a critical meeting. Same calendar, same alerts, same zero excuses attitude. Protect it, crush it, repeat. Remember, time is the only weight we all lift every day. Master the tempo and the set becomes yours. You're unstoppable by design. Need a coach-crafted plan that fits your clock? Head to juggernaut-fitness.com and snag a free get-to-know-you session. We'll sync your goals with your schedule and make every minute count. Hit follow, drop a quick review if today's tips punched up your planning, and keep notifications on. New episodes drop every Tuesday. Next week, Coach Corey Gailey joins me for a powerful conversation on addiction, recovery, and how fitness can light the way forward. Until then, be well, be unstoppable.
Now's the moment, it's your time. What you need, true indeed, unstoppable.